Hello everyone. Y'all, we have a snow day. You might can see out the window some snow. In our town, we don't get a whole lot of snow every year. This is our second fairly good sized snow. So we have a snow day today, and snow day means soup for dinner. You just got to have some good warm soup to eat on a snow day. So that's what I'm making. I'm making some chicken stew today. So I have cooked my chicken already, but I wanted to talk to you about that first. When you cook your chicken, you put it in a pan, you boil it with some water, or maybe you go ahead and put some chicken stock in it, either way. But when you're finished with that, you're going to take your chicken out and tear it apart, but don't get rid of the chicken broth that's still left in your pan. We're going to use it in our soup today, but you might put it into a jar or an airtight container and keep it in the refrigerator so the next time you need chicken broth, you have some. Some people don't like to use chicken broth that way. I do. So it's up to you, of course, but that is a good way to have chicken broth, and you don't have to run to the store to buy it every time. We're going to use some chicken broth in this soup. We're going to use some pasta, some egg noodles, and we're going to have some milk, some butter, some good stuff in it. So we're going to get that started here in a second, but I did want to remind you to save your broth after you cook your chicken. Make some great chicken broth for soups, potatoes, different things. I'll be right back. Okay, I've cooked my chicken. I'm gonna show it to you just in a second where I've been chopping it up. But what I've got done now is I've left some of my chicken broth here in my pan. Got the eye on, and I'm gonna go ahead and add my egg noodles. These are small egg noodles. You could use any size you want. I'll go ahead and add these into my pan and let them be cooking. So my recipe says to use a whole chicken, or maybe if you have some pieces like a chicken breast or thighs or something that you like to use, you could go ahead and use those. I actually used 3 chicken breasts. That's usually what I have on hand. So that's what I used today. I've already taken it out of the pan, and I used my scissors here to cut it up. So I've got it really shredded pretty fine. We'll be adding this back to the chicken here in a little bit. But you're just going to take your chicken. If you've got it on the bone, you're going to take it out and pull it off the bone. Mine is all white meat. A lot of people like the dark meat. You can add the dark meat to it if you want. But we're just going to chop it up so that it's pretty small to go back into our chicken stew. But right now we're cooking the pasta, the egg noodles. I've got them here in my skillet. I'm going to let them boil, and then we're going to add some milk and some butter to let these finish cooking before we add that chicken back in. Now, I'm going to watch this. I may need to add some broth back in. I took most of the broth out. I've got a cup of it right here in case I need to add a little bit back into my pasta. I will be adding some more before we finish the soup, because it's not quite soupy yet, right now with just the liquid that's in there. I know I'm going to need some more, so I've saved some. Plus I have a whole jar full that I'm going to put in the refrigerator if I don't use. All right, I'll be back in a few. Y'all, it's time to add the rest of my ingredients to the noodles. They're cooking. They're not quite done yet, but it won't take them long. So I'm going to now add 2 cups of milk. Any kind of milk you have. Mine is 2%, whatever you have. I'm going to add a half a stick of butter. I might add more later, but I want to just start off with a half a stick. I'm going to drop that in. I'm now going to add some salt and pepper. I like a good bit of pepper. And we need a little salt. I did not salt my chicken whenever I cooked it in the broth, so I can add a little salt here. All right, let me give that a little stir. Okay, I'm now going to go ahead and add my chicken. I think I have more chicken than I need. So I'm going to put a little chicken in, and as it cooks, I'll see if I need to add more. I might have enough here to make some chicken salad a little bit later. I love it when I think ahead and I make enough of something that I can have enough left over for another meal or another something. I think I've done that here. Okay, chicken is added. For the moment, I have enough liquid. I'm gonna let those noodles cook some more, and we'll see if I need to add some more chicken broth or a little more butter. But we're gonna cook this and I'll be back to show you what it looks like here in just a few minutes. Y'all, our chicken stew is finished. It looks so good. The pasta is cooked. I use the small egg noodles. You may want to get some that are a little bit larger, a medium or large. It takes the whole bag of egg noodles. The chicken, I've got quite a lot of chicken in my stew. This is my Aunt Brenda's recipe, and it looks delicious, and it is so perfect for a cold, snowy day. It's gonna be great for dinner in a little while. We're gonna have this later with maybe a grilled cheese sandwich. That just sounds perfect. I hope y'all have a great day, and if it's snowing where you are, I hope it's a beautiful snowy day. See y'all later.